Hello everyone, Fursade again. Now, let's just jump into it. There's still no new. Oh yeah, hold on. Before we do that, hold on. I have this cool ass controller. Anyway, like I was saying, there's no major news other than I got my hair redone. I hope y'all like it. Let's just jump into it. Yeah, let's just jump into it. All right. So last we left off, the one needed more moves to fight off the Hellfire Demon. Arctic was like, hey, if you find me this technique crystal in the Shatterverse and bring it to me, I'll make you a technique talisman to get you more moves. So the one does that, and Arctic makes the damn talisman, and the one has more moves now. Yay! Anyway, now we go from there. Alright, so I know a lot of characters like Fossilla and a lot of other characters haven't really been much in the story, but that's because they're either dead or they just aren't that important right now. So we'll just ignore that for now. Anyway, so no, I already did that part. What is my script? Okay, all right. So continuing on, the one has just kind of been doing other side missions now because again, there's not much left to do now. There's not a lot to do because Hellfire even hasn't showed up, and Lord X is off doing his own thing, or so he thinks. So the one goes back to his old house, where he used to live before he worked at the Hero Association. He goes back to his old house, only to find Lord X is waiting for him in his house, standing right there in the middle of his living room. It is hot as hell in here. Hold on. Alright, that'll kick it in a second. Anyway, so yeah, the one is like, Lord X, what the fuck are you doing in my house? And Lord X is like, you broke into my house, I'm gonna break into your house. And the one is like, okay, dude, I don't know why you think I killed your wife, but let me make this clear yet again. I did not kill your fucking wife. Look, I just broke my piston. Shit. I'll fix it later, after this. Anyway, so like I was saying, the one is like, dude, I did not kill your wife. I don't know why you're so set on the fact that I don't know why you think that, but I'm just gonna keep making it clear. I did not kill your wife. And Lord X is like, of course, yeah, sure you didn't, buddy, sure you did it. Your evidence is all over her body. Like, that's just one of the many things you did. And it's like, okay, what did I do then? No, so Lord X is like, you killed my second in command. And the one is like, okay, I did not do that. I kept that from you, but I did not kill him. And Lord X is like, okay, sure. You're just as guilty from keeping it from me as you are, even if you did tell me. And the one is like, shit, you got a point. But still, I did not kill it. I did not kill your second in command. You can stop bitching about that now. And Lord X just refuses to listen to him, and it's like, okay, fine, I guess I'm gonna kill you. So like that, Lord X just starts attacking the one right there in the middle of his house, well, his apartment still, right there in the middle of his apartment, right then and there. And the one is surprised by it, but he does fight back. Their two's fight breaks out into the street, and it's like, it's pretty bad. It's bad. Because now Lord X is stronger now, but the one is also stronger, so it's getting bad out there. So the two fight for a long while actually, because Lord X is just stronger now and refuses to die. And Lord X does something nobody ever thought was possible. He knocks out the one. Yeah, Lord X actually manages to knock out the one while they're fighting. And the one fucking passes out because, he got knocked the fuck out. A few hours later, the one wakes up in the Hero Association's hospital next to Arctic, and Arctic's like, dude, you got your shit rocked by Lord X, I'm not gonna lie. And the one is like, then how the hell am I still alive? And Arctic is like, I kinda had to save your ass. You were lucky I was passing by too, because if I hadn't passed by, you would have died. And the one is like, shit, this is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. And Arctic's like, dude, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I mean, you're already at the pinnacle of your strength, so there's not a lot. If you weren't at the pinnacle, I would say get stronger, but you're at your peak, so there's not much I can do for you. And the one is like, yeah, I know. It's just, it's getting harder now, and with Hellfire Singularity coming up on the horizon, it's not gonna get much easier. And Arctic's like, well, there's always getting your maximum move. I mean, I don't know why you haven't done that yet. And the one is like, I'm waiting for it. I'm not really doing that right now. So the one leaves the hospital, still in his bandages for some reason, and he activates the Shadow Wings to look for what to do. And while he's flying, he feels his body. He feels his body right here, right here. He feels his body start to decay a little bit. And he collapses back onto the ground, and he looks down, and sure as hell, he's slowly but surely decaying. Now this means two things. One, he might die. He's not going to die, but he might. I don't know why I said that. Anyway. And two, it means Lord X is genuinely trying to kill the one for this. That's bad because Lord X is strong as fuck now. So the one is like, shit, this is bad. So he goes back to Arctic in the hospital, and he's like, Arctic, we have a problem. Lord X may have hit me with decay, and now my side is starting to decay. And Arctic looks at this and is like, yo, if he hit you with decay, that means his energy's on you. Meaning, if I could get that energy out of you, you could use one of Lord X's moves. The one is like, oh shit, how do I get the technique out of me? And Arctic's like, well, I'd have to stab you with the purifying ice dagger. So the one is like, it's fine. It's not even the worst pain I felt. So Arctic is like, okay, you asked for this. So Arctic stabs the one in his decaying side and removes Lord X's energy from the one, and using another technique talisman, because she just has that for some reason, she crafts another technique talisman and gives it to the one, and the one takes it. Now, the move the one got is, you're not gonna believe it, the static tendrils. Yeah, everyone loves the static tendrils. I'll put a picture up if I have one by the time I post this. What the static tendrils do is they can permanently remove, well, not permanently, but they can kind of sort of permanently remove any power. I don't know why I look at my lips, but anyway. But yeah, so the one obtains the static tendrils, and he's like, well, shit, what are these? And Arctic explains they're the static tendrils and what they do. They get what I literally just said. So the one is like, oh, sweet, I can depower the singularity. And Arctic's like, okay, maybe not that severe, but hey, you can depower, if shit gets dire, you can depower Lord X or anyone else. And the one is like, oh, shit, where do the powers go? And Arctic's like, you don't want to know that part. So the one is like, okay, cool, I have the static tendrils now, I'm gonna go train with them, away from the city, obviously, because I don't want to hurt anyone, so I'm gonna go train with them somewhere. I'll catch you later, Arctic. And Arctic's like, alright, cool, see you later. So the one leaves the hospital yet again, free of his decay now, and he goes to practice the static tendrils. Now, the move style the one got is Radio Blast. Yes, Radio Blast. And what that does, it just shoots out the static tendrils. It doesn't do anything fancy with the static tendrils, it just kind of shoots them out. So the one is like, oh shit, cool, I can depower shit now across a large radius too, so if I'm getting jumped, I can just depower their shit. So that is that gonna, do I have more in the script? I have one more thing in the script. Okay. So we're gonna go back to the singularity now. So the singularity's just been watching the one get stronger all this time since last chapter, Return to Form. And the singularity's starting to get worried. He's like, this is bad. Any stronger and he could wipe my shit even without the first. And Emperor Xenofangs is like, dude, come on. You're overestimating him. It's not gonna be that bad. Just keep doing what we're doing. And the singularities are like, hey, who are you to tell me what to do, first of all? Second of all, okay, I'm getting back to what I'm doing, but still, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me to worry or not, because I decide if I'm worried or not. So the singularity promptly fucks off again for the rest of the story until the end of the story. Emperor Xenophanes isn't much in the story. I just realized that, but he'll be in here next chapter. That's all I have in the script. Yeah, that's all I have in the script. That's gonna wrap up the chapter. I hope you enjoyed if you made it this far, and that's about it, really. I'll post a gaming video and a few shorts after this, so... Alright, that's gonna be it. This is your host, Fursade. Have a good day. Bye-bye.